alumni friends. It's Troy and Ellis, the alumni guy at North Hennepin Community College, and I have got a treat for you. I'm excited to welcome Officer Rodriguez back to the program.
Hi, Troy.
Hey, thanks so much for joining us. Yeah, fun conversation again. We thought for our take two here, our part two, we would talk about your job in the COVID pandemic. You really have got a lot going on in your job as a result of it. You're really one of the first people that people are seeing in the community. And that first question that I think is a great one to start with is, you've been sharing with me that there are some new protocols that you have to follow in your job.
Yeah, Troy. Confronting COVID-19 has been a challenge for me as a police officer. A couple new protocols that we have. For instance, for one, it's the personal protective equipment. That's a huge one, and what that involves is, wearing our mask anytime we respond to a call, wearing our eyewear, wearing our gloves. So having all of that on before responding to a call, and then just be ready to handle the call and have that 6-foot distance between us, if we can, depending on the nature of the call. With our jobs, it's been a little difficult keeping that social distance, just because we're on the front lines, we're that initial point of contact. And when we respond to a call, we don't know what to expect. We don't know who's been exposed. We don't know if they've had any symptoms. We don't ask those questions. It's really just the nature of the call. And can you see me okay, Troy? I'm sorry, my phone just went off.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Your image disappeared for a minute, but we're great. We're great.
Oh, perfect. Awesome. Yeah, and so we don't know the nature of the call, and our main priority is just to keep the community safe, respond to our calls, and make sure everyone's safe, and continue with what it is anybody needs help with. So yeah, it's been a little challenging. It has been. For me, from my experience, it's just that social distance. It's hard to keep the 6-foot distance when someone's trying to talk to me, or I can't hear them because they have a mask on, I have a mask on. So trying to get up close to listen to them, or just if they're under distress. There's so many things that come into play here, Troy. It's so hard to really just bring everything to the table, because it's just so many things that come into play as far as handling a call. I mean, it could be anywhere from a very huge emergency where somebody needs help immediately, or it could be something as simple as, hey, someone wants to report a theft or something. So it's just, it's been a little challenging, but we're overcoming it.
That's good. And it's got to be a little bit scary, I would think. I mean, being on the front line like that, but I have to say, you seem perfectly calm and poised and rational about that. I've known that about you for years, and I think that's one of those amazing qualities that you have. You have just a very easy demeanor about you, and you're able, I'm sure, to very intuitively interact with people. But when you think about somebody approaching you and you don't truly know, and you shared a little bit about how it's hard to hear through the mask and whatnot, kind of just walk us through a day in the life, since COVID.
It's been a journey. Like I mentioned, first of all, I make sure I have my mask on. If someone approaches my squad, and which it happens a lot because we hang out in the downtown area of St. Paul, and someone will approach my car for any reason. So before I roll down my window, I make sure I have my mask on. I usually have my sunglasses on, so that's protected. But then they do come up very close to my window, so I'll ask them to kind of keep that distance while they're talking to me, especially if they don't have a mask on. Yeah. So, just taking all that into consideration before speaking to someone, it's been a little more of a challenge for me, because I'm that person that likes to just jump right into things and tell me what happened, and I'm, I speed up to my calls, and I try to handle things as fast as possible, just to respond to another call if it comes out. So, having to wear our PPE, or personal protective equipment, has put another step into that. So it takes time. So if I respond to an emergency call, I'm driving, and then all of a sudden I have to start putting on my mask. I have to start putting on my protective eyewear and my gloves. Everything has to be put on before I even get out of my squad. So it's just been an extra step that I have to get used to, and I'm still getting used to. And so, yeah, I was in the news recently for not wearing my mask, and it's interesting because it was the one day that I didn't have my mask on. And it kind of looked a little bad on my department, but they understand. I had an issue with my mask, and we got it taken care of. I got a new mask, and it all worked out. But it's just something that a lot of people look at, and we, as cops and being on the front line, we're kind of that example to people. So if they don't see a cop wearing it, they don't think that they have to wear it. So I understand where the news and everyone else is coming from, but yeah. It's just an extra step that we have to take precaution on, and we have to really consider and stay on top of it. So yeah.
One thing that we talked about off camera was this has been an opportunity though at community building, and you had shared some great thoughts about that.
Yeah. So what I've noticed from my experience is this COVID-19 epidemic has really brought me very close to my partners, to the people I work with, to the community. We are constantly backing each other up. It's not like we didn't do it before, but it's just we do it more than ever now. We have each other's back, and we're just there for each other. It can be the pettiest, smallest call, and we will all respond to it just to have each other's back. And we're always there to see if the other needs anything, and we've really understand where the community's coming from too. It's been hard on everyone. So when they're explaining situations to me, I really try to understand where they're coming from, and I try to help them out as much as possible. But the community and my department, this COVID-19, it feels like it's brought us closer than ever together, and it's just we were all working together here, and I love that it's making us really strong together.
Absolutely, and your empathy and compassion and can-do attitude always come through. And Officer Rodriguez, I have to thank you for your service to the community,
Thanks.
all of your hard work in making sure people are staying healthy, happy, and safe in this environment. And we can't thank you enough for joining us again and sharing some of your real life experiences, because I think this is something that we don't think about so much. All of the sacrifices that our nurses, our doctors, our police officers, people that have to engage with the community as a regular part of your job, and the sacrifices that you have to make to keep us all safe. If anything, this interview has been evidence of that, and I thank you for your service to the citizens.
Thank you, Troy. Thanks. I appreciate it. I always enjoy talking to you, and you know that, and I love these coffee breaks, although I already had my coffee, but I love that you do.
And I needed to have my coffee too. In fact, I can tell our audience next time I will have a North Hennepin coffee mug to cheer all our alumni on for our next interview. So
that should be a goal. Everyone have a mug next time we do the coffee breaks.
Yeah, and that's what we're shooting for. And also, alumni friends, wear your NHCC memorabilia if you've got it. Of course, Officer Rodriguez is in her uniform today, but anybody that would like to do an interview, if you'd like to wear your memorabilia, let me know. And again, on behalf of everybody at North Hennepin Community College and the foundation, thanks for joining this NHCC coffee break. And my thanks again to Officer Rodriguez for joining us today.
Thank you, Troy.
Absolutely.